Hey there, it's Black to play. What would you do? Today's episode is a sequel to last week's episode, A Perfect Base. Last week we showed some techniques that can be used against the formation of the 3 black stones in the top right corner. How white could press down or attack black. Today, however, we will show that position from another perspective. How can black pressure white instead? Payback time. Here you see a snapshot from a game from 2008 where black was played by Gu Li 9-dan professional. Black makes a very wide extension from his Shimari. This move is almost sente since it threatens to attack at A. In this game, white responded here. In response to black A, white has several options, but this move is the most common one. In the last episode, we mentioned that this move is worth about 14 points. Here, however, it is worth more, since it also stabilizes white's group. If white plays Tanuki, black will occupy this same point himself and take away white's base, taking points and attacking at the same time. For example, if white plays Tanuki in response to A, black takes away white's base. What would you do as white? Many players make this mistake. Black responds with the vital shape point. Following the proverb, even a fool connects to a peep, and blocking here feels natural. But it's wrong, and it leads to a better position for black. Black hollows out white's corner and connects his stones. White is left with a very weak group and no choice but to run for his life. Instead of connecting, white has a countermeasure. This is a tsuji that white can use. However, it is also usually good for black. Cutting is the only move. White follows up with another tsuji, but black resists and plays here. Now black is out. Here black has 2 options, A or B. A is good enough, but B is better when the latter is good for black. Let's see A first. Black is solid and white captures the 2 black stones. Tsuji. This creates a strong wall for black on the outside. He can get A and B in sente. This is sente. Black's wall is magnificent. In the beginning of the sequence, black had 2 more stones than white in the upper right corner. So a good result for black was to be expected. Considering that black already had the local advantage, this is playable for white under certain circumstances. For example, if black's influence is not such a big deal, white can choose this variation. Now let's have a look at the ladder variation. A breaks the ladder. Black keeps pushing, which is normally a vulgar mistake. However, white needs to keep running, and black sets up a Miyai situation. This move is crucial. If white cuts, black has this ladder. If white extends, black simply connects and kills the entire corner. Playing Hane in the corner is usually a mistake. In professional games, you most often see this jump. It is light and flexible. White escapes into the center and is safe for now. If for some reason white does not want to run, he has this crude move as a last resort. Black's obvious reaction is to extend upwards, locally a good exchange for black. But now, white can play the Hane, and is sure that he lives in the corner. The aji of black 1 is now gone. We do not recommend this technique. Jumping into the center is more flexible and a better style. However, when you really don't want to jump into the center, this is possible. Lastly, we would like to show a black follow-up after white secures his base with S17. Black can probe here. The main idea is to sacrifice this stone and gain strength on the outside. The most usual response is to block. Black can get this move in Sente. The right move is to keep playing solid, which leaves weaknesses at A and B in Black's position. Black gains 2 free forcing moves that come in handy in the future. A probably Tanukis now, or reinforces if the upper side is important. Note that Black makes this shape in Gote. A mistake that is often made is to block here. Now Black gets a forcing move in Sente. Unlike the previous diagram, Black now has the same position, but in Sente. The marked stone is in an awful position. Compare this with the previous variation. Lastly, when white captures the black stone, Black gains forcing moves on the outside. White chooses to play A or B, but both are normally submissive and good for Black. Black can play Tanuki now. When white captures, Black Ataris. White has to connect. Black can play A sooner or later. It spoils white's shape and threatens to cut white. Thanks again for watching, and let us know what you think. If you have suggestions for future episodes, don't hesitate to contact us or leave a comment.